Hello students, welcome to the next class on algebra. Hope you have done all the work and you must be enjoying doing this chapter because there's a little variation from what we have been doing till now, right? So the terms which I have introduced to you, keep revising those terms so that you, whenever I use the term polynomial, you should know what it means, variable, constant, all those things, right? So now today I'm going to continue with that part itself and one step further, how to add algebraic expressions, addition and subtraction. So today I'll take a addition of algebraic expressions. Now one thing which is very important in this addition of algebraic expressions is the concept of like and unlike terms. So let's see what are like terms, children. So like terms, what are those like terms? The terms which have the same variable, the variable part, that is a literal coefficient, the alphabet part, whichever way you remember, the literal coefficient, the variable part should be exactly same. Those which have the same literal coefficients, they are like terms. We can only add like terms. That's the main thing. We can only add the like terms. Now, once you know this, what are like terms, addition is very easy. So now I'll just take some examples on my own and that would help you to do the questions of the exercise. So first I'll take a addition of some expressions, monomials, right? So the like terms which are monomials, let's start with that. So the sample starts here. So I'm taking example, question is to add. Right? Now 5a plus, okay, I'll put a comma, 2a. That means this is one expression, this is another expression, right? These are monomials. Now they have the same literal parts, so they are like terms. Now like terms, when the sum of that, now pay attention children, the sum of that would have the same literal coefficient. That means sum of these two would be a only. It will have only one same a as a literal coefficient, and we'll add 5 and 2. We just add the integer part. So 5 and 2, it is 7, but the literal coefficient remains the same a. This does not change. The variable part does not change. Let me explain it to you like this. 5a means there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 5 A's. 5A. 5A. This is 5A. And to that, I have to add 2A. There are 2A. So if I add 2A, how many A you will have? What would be the sum of that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there would be 7A. So that is why the variable part remains the same. We just add the integer part, whatever the sign is there. Right? This is what you have to remember in addition and subtraction both. But today I am taking up addition of algebraic expressions. So the literal part, that is the alphabet part, remains the same. We just add the integer part. Right? Okay. Second, 6x square 3a square again. So, sorry, x square only, x square, right? So the literal coefficient is x square, that remains as such. Remember children, this would not change. You will not make it as x raised to power 4. This would remain exactly same. These are like terms. We can only add like terms. Only add like terms. Okay? Only add like terms. If they are unlike terms, we cannot add that. So 6, integer part is 6 and 3, both are positive. Same sign we always add. It is 9x square would be the answer. One more example. 4a square b. 3a square b. Minus, okay, one more. 2a square b. First of all, are these all like terms, children? Are these all all like terms. Now if you have any difficulty, we can always group them together in bracket, right? So now, till there are 2, there would be no difficulty. You can easily do it. Maybe when there are 3 or more, you may have some difficulty. Since all are like terms, we know finally in the sum, the literal part would be what? A square B only, right? Now I can add 4 plus 3 plus 2, so that you will not have any difficulty. You can easily add up this. So what is this? 4 plus 3, 7 plus 2, 9A square B. Right children? This is one option. You can go like this also if you want. You can directly add as we did here. It is up to you. I think this would be making it more easy. You will not make any errors in that. Right? Clear? One more example. Say 7mn minus 5m. I am introducing a negative integer also here. And 3mn. First and foremost, check whether they are like terms or not. All 3 are like terms. So how will I add up? The next step. Now, when they are minus 1, it is always, I've told you to put the positives first and then the negative. So it is 7 and 3 together and then minus 5. Plus 7 plus 3 minus 5. This literal part, alphabet part would remain same. Now 7 plus 3, 10. First add the positives and put the common sign and then minus 5. So it will be 5mn. Rules of integers are applicable wherever positive or negative ones are there. So this is how, if there are more than 1 or 2 like that, there I have taken 2 simple ones. Then I have taken 3 here, one example. Then I have taken one with positive and negative also. Take one more example. Fifth one. So it is half AB plus 2 by 3AB. Now when there are fractions, children, then again it is, you can't do it orally as you did in these first and second example. So then the working would be different. We'll put it fractions like this only as I have told you here. Wherever there is difficulty in doing orally, if there are more than 2 or if there are fractions, put it in brackets and make it as AB. Because you know the literal coefficients would remain same, it would not change. We will take LCM as we do in normal fraction questions. 2 goes 3 times 3, 3 goes 2 times 4 AB. And it would be 7 upon 6 AB. We can write like this, but since it is improper fraction, I'll write it as 1 whole 1 by 6 AB. Right? So you can see this again and again till this concept of addition of like terms is clear to you. You should see this part again. So I've taken up all the various examples and all the examples should be clear to you before you start with the exercise. Now I don't want children just to copy it from here. You should try it on your own. Now this is exercise number 12E. Exercise 12E. Right? Now you have the first 3 questions of the exercise. Question number 1, 2, 3. You will do even subparts. Question 1, question 2, question 3. Even subparts. Even subparts is your assignment. This would be done exactly like I have done over here. One more example of fraction. Let me take that also. Or maybe a question of your book. A question of your book of fractions. Because you have to understand it and then do it on your own, children, okay? I'll take one question. This is question number 3, 8 subpart. Question number 3, 8 subpart. it is minus 1 by 2a square, minus 1 by 2a square. The other term is minus 1 by 3a square, minus 1 by 3a square, and the last term is 2a square. 2a square. Before we start, always check whether they are like terms or not. Right, children? So are these like terms? They are all like terms. Now I have told you, if orally you cannot add the integers, always put it in brackets. So I put it in brackets. This would be a square. Literal part would be same. It would not change. That is the rule of addition of algebraic expression. Like terms are added and the literal part remains the same, right? So now I am copying 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3 and plus 2. I'll rearrange, children, because I always say put positive first and then the negative. So I'll put 2, then minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3 a square. Do not avoid steps, because if you do it in steps you will not make errors there. Alright, I'll put upon 1 because LCM would be easier. What is the LCM of 2 and 3? 6. 1 goes how many times? 6 times. Or multiply 2 by 6, 12. Minus sign. 2 goes 3 times. Multiply numerator by 3. Minus sign. 3 goes 2 times. 2. Copy a square as such. Now, if you want, you can do this part in one step, or by writing 12. Same sign, always add and put the common sign. And now subtract. From 12, you subtract 5. What will you get? 7 upon 6. And now a square. It is improper fraction. We can write it as 1 whole 1 by 6 a square. Right? So if you have any doubt, see this part of the video again. It will be all clear. I have taken all the many different types of examples which would be helpful in doing question number 1 to 3 parts, right? Even some parts in classwork and remaining in your classwork register, in your practice register, right? So this is what we'll try. If there are many questions in the exercise, this is what I'll continue with. Or even some parts in classwork remaining in your practice register. Make a practice register in which you can always practice as many questions as you want. Keep revising and all that, right? Now here in all these algebraic expressions, there were only one single like one variable, one type of term or like terms of it. Now there can be the situation where we have different terms and it is not a monomial. It can be a binomial or a trinomial, more than one term in an expression. Let's proceed with that. So I'll take space here and we'll proceed. So I'll take some expressions and the easy method of doing it that will follow. So when you have only one monomial, when you are adding monomials, then the method which I have told you is the easier method. And when you have more than one term, binomials or trinomials, right? Then the method which you follow, I'll tell you that one. So I'll take up question number 4. I'll take up from your book only, right? So that you can easily see the question. Now the question is, we have to again add, and what I have to add? It is 8a minus 3b plus 11c. Now you can see this is one expression, children, trinomial, no comma here. Then 5b minus 6a plus 7c. This is another expression. And last is 9c plus 2a minus 8b. There are 3 different expressions, children. Be very careful what I am explaining and what I am telling. Listen carefully, right? Okay. So now it is no longer single term. The working till question number 3 was different. Now the working here will be different. So I'll copy one of this, right? 8a minus 3b plus 11c. We can only add the like term. So when I am copying the terms of the next expression, this is another expression. So when I am copying the terms of this expression, we will copy like term underneath the like term. That is the rule. Now this is a. So I'll copy this one. Minus sign 6a. Then b term. Now no sign here, so it will be plus. Don't forget it will be plus. Plus 5b. Then here underneath 7c. One below the other very neatly, so that addition is not a problem. And sign and all you will take care of. Then next one, C plus 9C. Don't forget to put this plus sign. Plus 2A plus 2A minus 8B underneath B term. This is the rule, children. The term which you copy should be the like term below the like term. Don't just copy this then without arranging. It should always be the like term below the like term. That is the main rule in this. Don't just start copying one like that only. A term should be below the A term, B below B, like that. This is the rule. And sign should be put. If there is no sign here, put plus sign, whatever sign is there. And now we will add. Well, we have done it. Now this is one such situation till as we have done till question number 3. So it would be variable part would be same C. Now it is 27. Just add the integers as you add, right? B would remain same, right? Now same sign, minus 8 and minus 3 is minus 11 and plus 5. Now if you can't do it orally, do it in the working column. So I have to add 5 and minus 8, minus 3. This can be your working column. Don't do it here, otherwise it would be very congested. So to make it neat, if you can do orally, well and good, otherwise do it like this. Same sign we add and put common sign. Now opposite sign we always subtract and put the sign of bigger. So minus 6. This would be A. And now let's do 8 plus 2 minus 6. Always positive first and then the negative. Keep that in mind. 10 minus 6, 4. So this would be 14. This would be your answer. And since we are putting one below the other, this method is called as column method. Columns. We are making columns. Column method of addition. This is easier, and this method you do not, you make less mistake. This is column method. Single line method is also possible, but column method is easier method for children to follow. Right? So I'll take one example where I'll teach you single line method also, but I would prefer that you proceed by column method. Okay? So if most of all the remaining questions would be done in the same way, I'll take 2 or 3 more examples. But if it is not clear, again and again view the video so that the things are clear to you. Right? Okay, I'll take now question number 10. So this is clear. Let's do question number 10. I'll do by column method only, and one example in the end I'll take by single line method. Question number 10. Alright, so the question is, I'll first copy the question. 2a square minus 3ab plus 4bc 6ab minus a square minus 5bc and 13bc minus 8a square plus ab. Okay, so this is one expression, this is another expression, this is the third expression. I'll just check once again. 2 minus 3 plus 4, 6 minus a minus 5, 13. Alright. Okay, now let's proceed. So first expression I'll copy as such. 2a square minus 3ab plus 4b. AB term should be here. So plus sign underneath sign, integer underneath integer, variable literal coefficient underneath literal coefficient. Follow systematic order. A square. So minus sign underneath sign, you can put plus, no problem. 1 we don't write, but if you have difficulty, you can put 1. Although it is not required, because if there is a square, that means there is only one a square, but you can write 1 if it helps you out, right? Minus sign underneath sign, integer underneath integer, plus 13 minus 8a square plus again ab. Now if you have any difficulty, put 1 ab. No problem, or you put it. If it is easier, you put it. Otherwise you have to keep in mind that there is 1 out here, not 0, right? Plus we are adding. Now if you can do this mentally, that is add positives and subtract negative, very good, do it. Otherwise, as I taught you, it can be done in working column. So literal part would be same. 13 plus 4 is 17, plus 17 and minus 5 plus 12. Literal part would be same. 6 plus 1 is 7 and minus 3, so plus 4. Literal part would be same. 8 minus 9 and 2, so minus 7. This would be your answer. Very easy. This is the column method of addition. Right? I'm sure it would be very easy for you. So let's proceed. Okay. One question. One more question we can take. 14th question I'm taking. Now 14th question is little different, children, and very important also. But 14th question is different because now they have not given separate expressions. It is not given as separate expressions. Lot of terms are given and you have to simplify. There is a difference. We have 3 different type of questions. Like question number 1, 2, 3 were different. Question number 4 to 13 were different, as I have taught you here. And now 14 is simplification. That is the third type of question. So don't miss the question. So question number 14, I am taking the first subpart. I will copy the first subpart. Now you see 2m cube minus 5m square plus 3m minus 6 minus 5m cube plus 2m square minus 8m plus 2 plus 6m plus 5. Alright children. Now, this question I teach you by both the methods. That is the column method and also by line method, single line method. Okay. So now in the column method, as we did here, arrangement of terms. Now you see that they have not given us a separate expressions, right? So it is slightly different. Now all I have alphabet M, but parts are different. M cube, M square, raised to power 1, constant only, no variable. So when you are arranging it, when we arrange it, we always arrange the highest degree term first. Highest degree, the bar which is highest degree term first. So 2m cube. In this question they have already given in that order. So I am copying all the various types of terms. Now I am getting a m cube term. I will put here minus 5m cube. Then an m square term plus 2m square. minus 8m minus 8m plus 2. Now one more, plus 6m plus 5. There is nothing out here. A dash, nothing out there. Now add 7 plus 7 and minus 6, 1 plus 1. M as such. 6 plus 3, 9 minus 8, only 1. So 1 we don't write. As I said, if you want you can write, but it is not needed. Now here, this is m square term. Minus 5 plus 2, so minus 3. Opposite sign we always subtract. M cube term. Minus 5 plus 2, so minus 3. So this is the answer for this in the column method. Right? The same question let's do by single line method. As I said, children, you will preferably do column method. It is easier. But single line method is also possible. I'll just teach you for the same question how to proceed by single line method. Then it is up to you which method you wish to proceed with. I'll be taking up further addition, subtraction questions by column method only. But just to give you an idea about the single line method, I'll take up one example. Now in the single line method, all the like terms. First I will identify the like terms and put them together. This is after the question, okay? 2m square, first positive and then negative. Cube. What I have to do in one single line, I'll put the like terms together and first positive then negative. That would be the rule which you'll keep in mind. Now m square. Now these are the m square terms. First positive and then negative. Right? Then the m term. First positive, then the again positive and then the negative. And finally the constants. 6 and 5. So first positive and then the negative. And always check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All are copied here. Now we'll just add, as I told you, put it in bracket. 2 and minus 5 plus outside m cube it is. M cube, m square plus 2 and minus 5. You can put plus out here. 3 plus 6 minus 8 m, and this you can just put 5 minus 6. Now add up. Alright. So
5 minus 6 plus 2.
there is one I have missed, plus 2. Here I have missed plus 2 children. So I'll miss one plus 2 children here. Plus 2 and minus 6. Okay. I'll count once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Good. So this would be what children? Opposite sign, subtract 9 and minus 8 plus 1m, 7 and minus 6 plus 1. Both ways the answer would be same. But this is single line method, this is column method. And we both methods I have taught you. But how will you proceed by further questions? By column method. So this simplification is clear children. And proceed by column method children, because it's just a beginning for you all. Later on when we proceed in your higher classes, we'll proceed by single line method. Then it is easier, then it would be beneficial there. let's see. Okay. Any more question? 14 till question number 14 is there. So now children, your assignment, I have written question number 1 to 3 even parts. Then question number 4, question 6, question 8, question 10, question 12, right? And in question number 14, do first and third subpart, first and second subpart, any one of you, first and third subpart. This would be your assignment, right? 1, 2, 3. What? Let's see. Once again, children. For your assignment, children, it is question number 1, 2, 3. Question number 1, 2, 3. It is even parts. Then even questions I am doing after that. Question number 4, question number 6, question number 8, question number 10, and question number 12. And question 14, since it is simplification, it's a good question. You will do first and the third subpart, right? If you have done these many questions, the concept of addition would be very, very clear. And wherever you have doubt, you have all the material with you. Always view the video again and again so that you will be able to understand things, right? But it is must that you do the sums on your own. So complete this work, and in my next class I am going to take up the subtraction of algebraic expressions. Working would be almost the same with one difference, which of course I am going to tell you in detail, right? So take care. God bless you. Bye children.